Hey, what's going on, Who That Nation? It is yours truly, TJ Jones, the host of the State of the Saints podcast. And this is part two of the State of the Saints podcast special NFL prospect edition. Now, as you all know, if you watched part one, we focused a little bit on Laviska Shenault. So if you have not seen that video, check it out. We're going to be breaking down some of the top draft prospects that could possibly land with the New Orleans Saints. And on this edition, we're going to be focusing on Justin Jefferson. Now, this is a video that a lot of people have been asking me to do. People have been asking me, TJ, what about Justin Jefferson? You know, LSU's own Justin Jefferson. Why don't the New Orleans Saints draft LSU players? Well, I can understand completely why they don't draft LSU players in the past, why they didn't go that route, because I think that a lot of things that were going on at LSU, the New Orleans Saints kind of seen. You know, you had a lot of players that was end up getting suspended, and you had players getting kicked off the team, and that was during the time when Les Miles was there. And it didn't seem like Les Miles really had a hand on his team. And I think the New Orleans Saints kind of looked at, you know, some of those players being from the Louisiana areas and stuff like that, the city. They probably thought maybe, you know, that surrounding could affect the way that they play, and it could be bad influences. So it's probably better for them to go somewhere else where they can get out of familiar territory in order for them to spread their wings. But I think with Ed Orgeron and what he has done, turning the team around, seems like, you know, he really tries to understand his players. I think the Saints may be open to possibly drafting a LSU player for the first time in a very long time, and probably one of the first times since Sean Payton been a coach. I mean, I think you have to date back to about Devery Henderson or something like that. But I think Devery was on the team before Sean Payton even got there. But let's focus on Justin Jefferson for a second, man. I like the guy a lot. I'm looking at his upside. He's 6'3", 192 pounds. I mean, we know what he did this past season. He had 111 receptions. I mean, that was second in the nation only to his teammate, Jamar Chase. He had over 1,500 yards receiving, and he had 18 receiving touchdowns, which is like mind-boggling right there. I mean, two guys on the same team putting up monster numbers like that. I mean, and we all know about his big Peach Bowl game when he had 14 catches for 227 yards and 4 touchdowns. He just took the game over, man. But would he be a good fit with the New Orleans Saints? In my opinion, absolutely. I think that he would really be good, especially lined up in the slot. I think he does most of his damage in the slot because he's so big and physical. He can get off press coverage, which I like. You know, Saints wide receivers, in my opinion, for the exception of Michael Thomas, struggle getting off press coverage, struggle with the bump and run. So I don't think you'll have that problem with Justin Jefferson. His route running is okay. It needs improving. You know, I see that a lot of the times he was just making it because he was more talented than the cornerback he was going up against. Not to say that, you know, he can't be an elite route runner. He's almost there, but right now I call him average. I think sometimes like he kind of struggles just a tad bit in the blocking game, but that's kind of normal when you're talking about college players, man. They're mostly focused on trying to catch the ball. Of course, he has elite hands, man. I mean, he has like really good hands. I think that he'll fit in really well with the New Orleans Saints in the type of offense that they run. Now, as far as the outside, he's not the fastest guy in the world, but he is faster, in my opinion, than Michael Thomas. And I think that he can take the top off the defense if necessary, man. I think that you can throw the ball, you know, to him. You know, he can get over the top and get that catch. And also, I like his athletic ability, man. He's extremely athletic. He can go up and get the ball. He's physical at the point of attack. And I think that the New Orleans Saints would really, benefit with him being on the team. On a scale of 1 to 10, do I think the New Orleans Saints would draft him? I'm going to say I'm going to give him a 6. I'm going to give him a 6 because I can see the Saints considering him just being a little bit more athletic Michael Thomas. I mean, even though he has more speed than Michael Thomas, it's not by that much. I think that the New Orleans Saints may take that into consideration. and possibly think like, do we have the same type of player on the team? But there's a strong possibility he can go to the New Orleans Saints due to the fact that he could be really good in the slot, and also, he can get yards after the catch as well, and he has really good hands. But I would love to hear from you. What do you think about Justin Jefferson being drafted to the Saints? What do you think his pros and cons are in your opinion? Comment down below, like and share this video. This has been a State of the Saints podcast. I'm TJ Jones, and a quick reminder to check out the State of the Game podcast that's available on YouTube as well. The description for the State of the Game will be in the description box, so you all check it out. Let me know what you think and subscribe to the channel. As of right now, we probably, got about 42 subscribers right now. We're just kicking off. So I'm really counting on you all to support the State of the Game in order for it to grow. We talk about all of the hottest topics in the world of sports. So if you like sports, you'll love the State of the Game. And also subscribe to the State of the Saints YouTube channel if you have not already. YouTube.com, search State of the Saints podcast. And also on Facebook, you can search State of the Game as well as the State of the Saints. Till next time, all I got to say is,